Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How are you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, I'm going to be going on a hill walk adventure today and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So just before we start, I'll show you where I'm starting off from. So I'm just above Carbrook village. This is Buckton Vale Road going along here. And I'm going to turn off this onto this little lane that I'm just showing you now. And this is Swallow Lane, and this is where we're going to be starting today's walk. Now, one of the reasons for this walk today is over the last year or so, quite a few people that I've talked to, they weren't sure whether you could get up to Harridge Pike or not. Now, you definitely can get up there because I've been up there about a year ago. But the thing is, there's no like clear, well-worn path up there. The only tracks up there are really narrow, like little goat tracks, and they're not very clearly defined, and there's no signposts. So I'm going to try and show you guys the way to get up today if any of you fancy getting up there. Now, I think the main reason why it's not that easy and clear how to get up there is that it's only been public access land for about 20 years. So it's a relatively short space of time in the grand scheme of things. So there's actually no main clear paths up there at the moment. So that being said, it's actually one of the less well-travelled hills in the area. And because of that, it has its own unique charm. Most of the time you're guaranteed to be the only person up there. And it's got that nice, quiet, unspoilt qualities to it. Now, there was another hill in the Saddleworth area that's also not that well travelled, and that's Broadstone Hill, and I did that a while ago in a video, and that was a really nice walk because of the same reasons basically. So it is a hill walk today, so we're going to be going uphill most of the walk until the way back, that is. And as I said, we're starting on Swallow Lane, and we're going to be carrying on up here for a while till we go past the farm, and then we'll be changing direction. So I'll just show you where we're going today. This is Harridge Pike in front of me. We're already climbing it really because we're already going uphill, but that's our destination, and we'll get there in a bit hopefully. So this is the next landmark in today's walk, and it's this old farm cottage ahead. But as you can see in the field next to it, looks like it's been really damaged in the recent tornado. See all those branches down off the trees. Looks a right mess. Even the roof of this building's been damaged. I do feel sorry for the residents. So basically you carry on past this farm building here till you come to a gate. So this gate here is where you turn off, and we'll be going along here onto the Pennine Bridle Path. So carrying on up this little track now, just after I've turned off past the farm cottage. So just through this next gate here now. So you'll now come on to the Pennine Bridleway, and you want to turn right here as if you was heading towards Millbrook. It's a little bit uphill but not too bad. A really important part of this walk now is we want to be turning to the left, and we want to be going along this path which will take us up the side of Harridge Pike. Hello, friendly. Oh. So you'll soon come to this gate here, just cross through this. So this track we're on, it's kind of pretty steep, but there's like little level areas as well, so it's not all steep, but as steepness goes, it's not too bad. So keep climbing and follow the track up further. And just ahead, the track starts bending round a bit to the right. So this is the track we was on, so what we want to do now is turn off to the right Now you can see a very faint trail, it's just like a little goat track, and this is going to take you more or less all the way up to the top. Now there's a small pile of stones next to this trail, which is a helpful marker for where this track starts up the side of the hill. Now if you look carefully, you can see the line of this track going straight up, and that's what you ought to be following. Now as you can see, this little goat track, it goes on for quite a long way, so you just need to keep following it up. So I absolutely love coming up here in all kinds of weathers, as long as it's dry. Don't mind a bit of rain, but not torrential, getting soaked through. But what I love about this place is it's so rich in history, and it goes back right to our ancient roots when we were Mesolithic hunter-gatherers. So you'll notice once you start getting further up, the track becomes a little more defined. I mean, saying that, even though it's probably about a foot at the widest, but it gets a bit more easy to see and follow. As you can see, it's quite clear now. So our ancient Mesolithic hunter-gatherer ancestors were coming up here in the Stone Age, and basically they were coming up all these hills around here and using them as temporary hunting sites, probably because they made camp high up. They had a good view of all the animals and herds of deer and stuff lower down. Now it would have been more wooded in the Mesolithic periods, but archaeologists have found evidence of many hunter-gatherer sites where there were camps and making flint tools. And Harridge Pike is one of the ones where there were flint tools found. And I actually found one about 2006. I actually found a Mesolithic Stone Age tool. I sent it off to the museum and they verified that it was called a graving tool. Now I was looking because I'd read a bit about the area, and I'd read that people used to find flint tools up here, so I come here looking. I must have picked about 20 pieces of stone up, and one looked like it might have been man-made, so that was the one I took and I sent to the museum. It doesn't look like much, but it means a lot to me because it's a link to our ancient past. And when I come up here, I like to try and imagine what it would have been like for our Mesolithic hunter-gatherer ancestors walking the hills whilst they were hunting and making camps. One of the other things I like seeing up here is this red lichen, and it's actually known as English soldiers because of the red colour. But I usually see some up around this area and it's always nice. So I'm getting quite high up now, and it's getting quite icy cold, especially on my hands, so I'm going to have to put my gloves on, I think. Bit better now. Always come as prepared as you can when you're coming out for hill walks, especially in the cold weather. Make sure you've got plenty of warm clothing. So you just come to like a crossroads of these little tracks. You can carry on straight forward, or you can turn left, or you can turn to the right, and we're going to turn to the right because that's going to lead us towards the top of the hill if we go up this track. I know they're hard to make out, but can be done. So going up this way, there's like a white tree post marker on your left. So if you're travelling up this track and that's on your left, you know you're going the right way. So coming out on this track now, near the top, you want to turn left, so that white post is now on the left of you again. So we're now coming near to the top of the hill, so it's not far to go now. Just keep going on a bit more. Weird stuff you find on the moors. Very strange. So we're nearly at the summit now, and when I'm up here I like to think about the deep connection with our past and our ancient ancestors up here. I can imagine them sat round their temporary camps with their animal hide and stick tents, making flint tools around the fireplace, and it's just such a strong link to the past. It's amazing. So if you're interested in any of the historical stuff I've been talking about, the book I recommend reading is Tameside Before 1066, and it's an excellent book. It tells you all about the ancient past and, you know, what people have discovered up here when archaeologists have been up here. I mean, I thought everyone knew about this stuff in the area, and there's hardly anyone knows. Very, very few people know about this stuff. The only people really know about it is local historians and archaeologists. But I think everyone should know about this stuff. I think archaeologists should go into schools and teach school children about their ancient history. It's just amazing that so few people know about it. So very close to the summit of the hill now. As you can see that pile of stones or cairn, that marks the summit of Harridge Pike. So let's have a walk over. So here we are, guys, the summit of Harridge Pike, the hill less travelled. Beyond that, it's very misty. You might be able to make out the tall buildings of Manchester, you might not in this mist. And beautiful landscape all the way round. Absolutely love it. So Harridge Pike, it's a good walk. It's a really nice hill. It's a lesser known hill walk for the obvious reasons of there being no clear major tracks up here. But I love it. I like it as much as I like the other less well known hill, which was Broadstone Hill in Saddleworth. And yeah, if you ever want a bit of time to be on your own and commune with nature, this is the sort of place you ought to be coming. Right, I'm just going to wrap this video up for today now. I hope you enjoyed coming with me. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll catch you on the next video. Take care now. Bye.